don't know.
Blue cheese
it was a little too much for me.
Blue cheese is a fantastic cheese.
Yeah, I wasn't saying it wasn't.
All right, so this is a cubic inch of sound. Over the past week, all of us played Super Mario Galaxy for the Nintendo Wii, 2007, I think, right?
Yeah.
That's right. I don't know if that's right. It was one of those years. It was close to that. I'm Luke. I'm your host, and fun fact, I stole a golf ball from Mini Golf today.
Hey, I'm Tim, and I think squirrels and chipmunks should live in harmony together.
Hi, I'm Kelsey, and I'm a narcoleptic insomniac, so try that one.
I'm Nick, and you're watching Disney Channel.
I'm Will, and I am not the president.
I'm Connor, and I was genetically engineered to hate the English.
Oh my god.
What is that?
Half Irish and half French.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay. You're part of the IRA?
Half.
Which half?
My left half.
That's super lame. Your left half, really?
What about like your bottom half, your top half?
I don't think either of those individually become.
What if it's like cutting out your midsection so it is both your bottom and your top half?
Ooh. Or we take like 50 slices and include only like 25, you know?
Or you just take the organs and not the skin.
So anyway, Mario Galaxy, right? You guys play this game as kids?
Yeah,
I know I
like
did.
a ton.
Yeah.
And I didn't really remember how much I played of it as a kid until I played it like last week.
This was always like the forbidden fruit. I played like a lot of the mainline Mario games, and for some reason I skipped over the Galaxy series, which was kind of a big lapse.
That's a
on my
big
part.
mistake right there.
Yeah, really, definitely. Yeah.
You
Dude,
should just go back in time.
I played this with my sister, right? She was player 1 and I was player 2 because we thought that it was a game that was reasonable to do 2-player. It's not. Player 2 just gets to be a
But
cursor.
it helps.
It helps player
it's
1.
basically-
Yeah.
Well,
But it's
so-
not fun for player 2.
What Kelsey and I did was we just switched off. So, one of us would be player 2, and then the next, stage in the galaxy we would, switch. And that
Yeah,
worked pretty
maybe
well,
if my sister was cooler, she would have let me do
That's,
that.
that's definitely more of a college sophomore thing rather than like an 8-year-old thing.
I think they're about the same level of age.
Also,
I don't know. I think you should have just tried being an older sibling. It's not that
I
hard.
didn't think about that.
okay, but player 2 can make Mario jump higher than he actually can in one player. So there's like specific tricks that like.
Yeah, but again, that's just helping player 1. You don't get to do anything on
I-
your
I-
own.
That's pretty cool. I actually didn't know about
Teamwork is
that.
the best part of the game.
I mean, like, you
Does
can
Peach
have
Peach
Straight
give a
up
kiss
stop
to
pretty
player
much any
2?
projectile. Like most of the, I don't know, like chomp chomps or bullet bills.
Yeah, but again,
you know,
that's not something that you can't like platform, it's a platforming game.
Yeah.
And you can't platform.
Oh,
You can't have a platformer without
If
platforms.
you have the gamepad, you can actually put things down, like little things for Mario to jump on.
That's
What?
not in Super Mario Galaxy.
What was I playing?
3D World? or
New
New
Super
Super
Mario
Mario
was
Brothers.
that?
New Super Mario Brothers U, I think.
Yeah.
It's that one.
Wow.
Yeah, because there's no gamepad on the
Never
Wii.
mind.
Fun fact.
Is that your fun fact?
That's pretty fun facts.
All right, trading out the narcolepsy for New Super Mario Bros. U.
Give that a try.
It's okay. I got New Super Mario Brothers U for free. It was alright.
Yeah, me too.
I really didn't like. Okay, I know I had played it as a kid, but like I didn't realize how much I had really played it. Like, as soon as I like heard the opening jingle or whatever, the music, I was like, it all came flooding back to me. And like especially like the little noises where you jump off the platform in the hub world. It's like,
Wasn't this like... This was like the first Mario game with like an orchestral soundtrack, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I remember like watching a video about how like they were like, wait, this is Mario. You can't have an orchestral soundtrack, and they were like, we're gonna do it anyway, and it worked pretty well, I guess, because it was good music.
Yeah, I really
This
enjoyed it.
like the music for me is absurdly nostalgic.
Yeah,
and it's
definitely.
also just, like aside
Definitely.
from that a
Yeah.
masterpiece. Like
Yeah.
really good
Yeah.
music.
Everything about
I
it
forget
is
the
great.
guy's name who did it, but like I find it very under or like this guy. I forget his name. Who did the
Koji Kondo?
soundtrack? No.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, that's
just
a good
continue with it, and I'll.
Anyway, yeah. So the guy who did the soundtrack, this was like his debut game almost, and like he went on to do Galaxy 2 and like Skyward Sword for a bit, and like a few other Nintendo games where they were like small pieces here and there. I just find that's like so underutilized because like all of the games that he's done is like so good.
Yeah.
Just
It was
throw it out there.
Koji Kondo and Mahito Yokota. I'm assuming it's
Yeah.
Yokota because
Makoto, yeah,
Kondo's done a few things.
right.
A few things, you know, every once in a while. He was on the original Mario.
He dabbles.
Here and there.
Oh yeah, one of the first things I noticed, like I was playing this game on the Wii. I opened up the case, and I noticed this game has a really nice manual. Like that's something that you never see most of the time. Like this game has a much thicker manual. It's all in color. Like it was just really nice. It had like nice illustrations and everything. Not illustrations, but like renders and everything. It was really cool.
My parents like definitely got rid of all the game cases. We just have this like big black CD foldable fabric.
Oh, we had
Oh,
one
yeah.
of those too.
And it's got all the Wii games in it.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I was flipping through it past like Indiana Jones, all the like Mario for the Wii, all the good stuff, and then there was Mario Galaxy, and I was like, So yeah, I don't have the manual.
Oh
Me
man.
neither, but
yeah, I take my word for it. It's a nice manual.
I believe you.
It is nice.
Oh yeah, I'm curious about how everyone else like played through it, because the way I approached it, I got about 40 stars before I ran out of time
Yeah, me
to
too.
continue going. But the way I approached it, yeah, get out of here, Luke. Anyway, we'll get to that in a second. But yeah, the way I approached the levels was like I want to get a little bit of every world. So what I did was, as soon as I unlocked a new galaxy, I'd go to it, and like I'd try to play as many galaxies as possible without really like 100%ing any specific level.
I was like pretty much the opposite. What I did, like I was not able to stop playing one of the galaxies until I got all the stars I was able to get. Like I had to just get all of it. And I remember doing that when I was a kid and it taking a long time to beat the game because of that.
yeah,
I think it's just that choice though. Like you can be either end of the spectrum.
Yeah,
the
it's
game
nice.
allows you.
Yeah, I was at the point where I was able to unlock the Bowser galaxies immediately upon entering the galaxy. So
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
I
there's
was
no
at that
point.
same
Yeah.
point. I mean, honestly, like it's nice that you have that choice, but it also feels a little bit weird just because of the fact that like the last two areas, I essentially didn't do any of the levels from that before I beat Bowser, and I ended up going back and doing all of it. And the last area has my favorite levels in the whole game, pretty much.
Really?
Like I really enjoyed those ones.
I
So
like
it just
that.
kind of feels weird. The way that Mario Odyssey does it is that like there are points where you need a specific number of moons, but it also makes you get at least some of them from each world, pretty much. I feel like that way makes a little bit more sense, so that you're not just getting all of the easy early stars. You're still like getting.
It always felt like when I was playing that there weren't the requirement to pass through the galaxy wasn't enough.
Yeah,
So, like it
I
felt
agree
like
with that.
Yeah, because most of the time, at least, like I would, especially in like the first dome in the first galaxy, I'd play through all of the levels just because it's a new game. Like you're just playing through everything to get introduced to the game, and then like you already have a ton of stars relative to the amount needed.
But what I did, right? I beat Bowser right at 60 stars. I said, you know what? This is really good. I want to complete this. You know, I want to see what happens. The whole new world I get when I get 120 stars. I'm sure it's something really good. Now I had sort of like heard bits and pieces of this before. Like I sort of knew what I was getting into, but I was under the impression that I was gonna get like at least some like hard level at the end that would make the 120 stars worth it. So I go through all of it. I get all of the comet ones. I get all of the purple comet ones. I get all the normal ones. I do the 3 trial galaxies. Turns out the trial galaxies are just like the bad mini games, like the rolly ball one that use the Wiimote on,
Those are awful.
the blue stars that like those I didn't hate those in the slow areas, but I hate when they try and make you do that quickly.
I know, like the one where you have to race Boo.
Yes.
Like I
Yes,
hated
that's
that
awful.
level so much.
So I got all of that done, really enjoying it still, being like, okay, this is awesome. Show me what's next, Rosalina. She's like, all right, Mario, I need you to go beat Bowser again. And I'm like, I already did that. You didn't change the level at all. You just want me to do it again. But sure, I beat the final level again, and I can now play as Luigi. This is when I looked it up because I was kind of confused, like, wait, that's it? And it turns out that if you beat the entire game as Luigi again, that's when you get the reward. And the reward is just like the Star Festival from the very intro of the game, but now you collect purple coins. I did not do that. I did not want to get all 120 stars again as Luigi just to do this intro that I already did at the very
Did they
beginning.
at least make the mechanics differently? Do you know
Yeah,
if they
like,
make
is
the
it like a
okay,
new game
so-
plus kind of deal,
No,
or
no,
is it just the exact
so
same?
Luigi can, I think he can jump a little
Okay,
bit
so like the
higher,
classic
and he,
Luigi stuff?
yeah, and he's a lot like looser. He has less
Yeah.
traction.
He's looser?
You know what I mean.
He's like on ice.
And
Omnidirectional
as far as I know,
roller
that's it. And like a little bit of changed dialogue, but mostly
goodness.
none. They didn't even change the levels where you rescue.
Yeah, I was about to ask
Luigi.
about that.
They did not change that. It's just also Luigi, and Luigi looks at you, at this other Luigi, and he says like, "Oh, you look just like me. That's kind of weird, but I guess it's a big universe, you know? There's got to be someone who looks like me." And it's like, really? You couldn't do anything else?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to ask for much more, but that is definitely annoying. It's just like it's such a nearly like perfect 3D game. 3D Mario
I
game.
would honestly,
But, like, I
would
definitely-
honestly have liked it more if they didn't ask me to play it again as Luigi. Just the sheer fucking hubris coming from, I want you to do that again, but you're a little more slippery this time. You know, you're running on ice.
He's a
That's
slippery
tough.
fellow. Oh boy.
So that bothered me.
Yeah, I can tell. It sounds like you have some repressed feelings about it. Actually, they're not that repressed. You just let them out.
I've got many repressed feelings about Luigi, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah,
I
I
have positive feelings towards Luigi.
Yeah, why would you repress any feelings about Luigi?
Flow.
He's
going
all
back
positive.
to the level design like that we kind of brushed upon. It's like a lot of like most of the levels are absurdly well designed. Like I had every single level I played, I enjoyed. Like there was, I mean, okay, towards the end, like when I had already been playing for 7 hours, I was getting frustrated. I was like, okay, come on, like some of the things were a little bit frustrating, like lining up a ton of enemies,
Like Racing Boo.
I never actually did that one, but like I don't know. Then like some of the more minigame-esque galaxies, like the one where you had to walk around the it's like it looked like a dodecahedron, but like you had to flip the panels, like touch the panels once as you were going around. Or like the one where you had to collect the music notes and they would disappear underneath you and you'd get a star. I don't know. I just had fun with those, and usually those are really frustrating to me in like other games, like the same type of deal.
Oh yeah, quick note about the one where you collect the music notes and you go on the panels. If you get rid of all the panels and just long jump in any direction, you just kind of go in a circle for like a good minute.
That's really cool.
It's fun.
I remember when I was little, I did not know that long jumping. I did not know I was able to long jump in the game.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
I was
either.
like, there's so many. Like, how am I supposed to catch this rabbit? It's so fast. And it took me like way longer than it should have to catch the rabbit because I couldn't long jump. Or well, I didn't know to long jump.
Yeah.
You can also shoot star bits at the rabbit.
Oh,
Slow
I,
it down.
that makes sense, but I didn't do that. I don't know why.
Luke had to tell
Like,
me
yeah.
to like use the obstacles in the course to catch the rabbit. I ended up like cornering it because I was on a call with Luke and I was like, dude, I swear to God, I've been chasing this rabbit for like 5 minutes.
That was in a specific one, not the intro.
Oh yeah,
not
yeah.
the Gateway Galaxy.
Yeah, Gusty Garden Galaxy.
Dude, this rabbit is too fast.
I was like,
Will
oh.
playing the first 10 minutes of the game.
like I'm how old now and I can't catch this rabbit still.
Yeah, it did, like, the absolute density of game mechanics was just, like, super impressive. Like, you could,
Yeah.
you know, like, for each galaxy, the mechanics of each one, you know, you could, like, flesh out into a whole game, you know? So it was just, like, I think it's a valid complaint to say, oh, it's kind of stupid to just, like, make you play the game over again, but they did really, you know, meticulously design every part of it. So I think, you know, I especially, I don't know, I really like the, I can't remember the name of it for the life of me, but the sling one with the spider boss.
Oh, I know which
Yeah,
one.
that was at
and I-
Space Jam
Tarantox?
Galaxy.
Yes,
I think-
yeah. And I don't know, I really enjoyed those puzzles and stuff, and you know, I was like, this
Puzzle?
could be a whole game in itself. Not like puzzles, they were
Zelda
difficult,
game.
okay?
The interesting thing about the galaxy designs is that like the game used every single part of the galaxy and you could see it all when you launch to it. Like you could see like, okay, well there's that thing over there. I can't like I'm not getting to it now. I already like I'm about to get the star now. But like that like it's showing you that you're gonna use that later and I don't know, it just feels like the world's really open to, and you have something to look forward to. Like, wow, that pill-shaped planet over there looks pretty cool. I know I can get to that later. I just have to get this couple stars.
Yeah, the space junk galaxy looks like a coronavirus, though.
It does.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I noticed that, and I was like, oh.
Mario, no, don't go there.
You know, the rocket ship in Space Junk Galaxy is Olimar's from Pikmin.
I didn't
looks
know that,
familiar.
but that makes sense now that I think about it. It obviously looks the same because it is the same.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think my favorite part about any Mario game is just that like they use the entire map. Like it's like if you go anywhere, they usually have like hidden stuff, and like every single part of the map is something that like you can get to, and then usually there's like a fun surprise there, and like I think they do that really well with Galaxy just because of the gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah, having like small worlds where you're just like running around the entire thing makes it like it adds a lot to the fact that you like see everything in that world. Like it's not just, oh, I'm in this giant area, I might not see everything. Which some levels are like that, which I think would be kind of lame if they didn't have stuff that was hidden. But it's really cool to like see some worlds where you can just like jump around the whole thing in one long jump.
And the funny thing is that like I'd be running around some of those small planets, like the smallest ones, and I swear I'd run around 3 times and then discover something new. Like I'm like, oh, that's here the whole time.
Yeah.
Like after fighting all the enemies on it.
Yeah, I remember the giant. I remember there was one of the hungry Lumas that when you fed it turned into a giant wooden Yoshi head with Goombas on it.
Oh, I didn't get that one.
That one was fun.
It's a hidden star.
Yeah, it was one of the hungry Lumas. If you didn't do those,
I only got one hidden star, but it wasn't that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
that planet especially was like if you have 2 players, it's just dumb easy because one person can just hold A on another, and they can just pin them away from you. Yeah, I mean even like, and I kind of brought this up while we were playing it, but I don't know, it was kind of like unfounded. I was like, this game like feels like too easy as I like died like 3 times in a row. And I was like, but it like there are just like an overabundance of 1-ups and stuff like that. So it's like it's kind of. It's weird, but like I feel like it felt to me less difficult than other Mario games. This might have just been me playing them when I was younger, but
No, I think it was pretty easy, especially like compared to Mario Odyssey, which came out more recently. The weird thing is that like Odyssey doesn't have 1-ups at all. It actually just takes away 10 coins for every time you die, and that to me makes a lot more sense because like 1-ups as a concept just sort of seemed like they were sort of outdated by this point.
Yeah.
The game like it always resets it to 5 for some reason when you
that was
start
so
the
strange.
game.
It was 4.
It might have been
It
4.
was 4.
Yeah, I think
But
it's
then
4.
every time you start, pretty much Toad will
He
give
just
you
gives you
5
5.
because
And then
you
there's
get
like,
a letter.
They're like hidden around the station.
Yeah,
So it's like 1-ups are absurdly easy to get,
Yeah.
but it's like why even have a limit then? Just have it so that you die and then come back.
Yeah, so
Also, every
Kelsey and I were
50
talking, we were like, it seems like the reset limit is kind of just their attempt to make it not absurdly easy to get 1-ups, but like at that point, just don't
Yeah,
The
include
1-ups
as many.
harder.
Don't
Yeah,
have unlimited 1-ups that are just available in the hub world.
Yeah.
Like the
There's
I
one
feel like that
behind
was
the kitchen. There's another like on
They-
the
There's a
green
lot.
floaty
they should have
thing.
just restricted the 1-ups to, I mean, fewer places for one thing. They also should have just left them in the levels,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
there was an actual risk to going and getting them. Like, it's impossible to die in the hub world, so it's just strange to like have rewards
Or, like,
scattered around.
Make them harder to get because it was every 50 star bits and every 50 coins,
Yeah.
which you get star bits mad easy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can just wiggle the remote and get a bunch of them.
basically.
Yeah, I mean, I
you
think
could
as
just
far
keep
as
dying and
as far as
wiggle.
difficulty in like the level design, I feel like some more platforming challenges would have been nice.
Yeah,
and
that's
not
true.
like early on in the game, I get it.
Mhm.
They want to make it so that kids can still like have fun with this game and
Yeah.
not be immediately facing a huge
Yeah, it
challenge.
is Nintendo.
But yeah, definitely
Yeah.
by the end of it, like I never really had a platforming section where it felt like it was really challenging me, other than maybe like parts of the final boss like area. Not the final boss fight, because the fight was stupid easy.
Yeah. That's why Rosalina wanted you to do it twice.
The-
She's like, that was too easy.
The only parts that were legitimately challenging for me were like the weird mini games
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
like The surfing one. Like there's
Oh,
the initial
yeah.
one
I
which is
hate-
pretty
I
easy,
like
but
that
then
one.
they bring you back
Oh my
to
god.
that.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the trial galaxies where they're like, you gotta go fast this time.
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
just like it doesn't feel refined enough
Yeah.
to be doing
Oh, no.
stuff like that. It's
yeah.
like it's always like a little bit wrong so
For
that
people
like
who
the
make
deaths
racing
don't feel like
games.
your fault.
Yeah, speaking of how unrefined that particular surfing minigame is, this is before, like, in a different playthrough, but before I, like, figured out that, like, depending on how you hold the Wiimote, if you, like, go down as you land on, like, the water and then go up, you can jump absurdly high. So in the trial section of the galaxy, or, like, that galaxy, there's a loop-de-loop part that goes upwards.
Oh.
And you can skip it. But there's a lap trigger on the loop. So you can go past it, and then it just doesn't count. And it's like, dude, what? I just did it fast. Like, you told me to.
It sucks.
Yeah, that's
Just
really
take
lame.
shortcuts.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like for the most part, I cruised through a lot of the levels. Like it wasn't like that absurdly challenging. But then, I mean, obviously, it's like I still enjoy it. Like the level designs, of course, as we talked about, are incredible. Like I had fun, but like then I reached these specific instances where it just like totally tripped me up for like, I don't know, longer than it should have. Like the one mole boss, the one that like dug. I forget what galaxy he was in. Like he would dig in the ground and like kind of chase you around and like pop up like near you. And
I think he was in one of the later Honey Hive stars.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It was one of the last one of those, and I don't know what was going on, but like I just kept dying, and I'd get like the extra 3 like hearts or whatever, like health, and I'd still die every time. Like I don't know what happened, and then I don't know. After a while, it clicked, and but like I feel like especially with like that and like the chase mini games and like as we're talking about the surfing thing, it's like there's these specific like there's these certain instances where the difficulty spikes and it just totally throws you off.
Yeah. This is not really related to difficulty, but like the noises that Queen Bee makes when you crawl all over her make me uncomfortable. Like she's like, "Oh yeah."
Queen Bee
The whole
is
scene.
incredibly sexual, and I
Yeah.
don't know why.
It's so
Why
strange.
was she in Mario Kart 7?
I was
Waluigi! I am mad.
I wish we were crawling
Yeah.
over Waluigi.
Well, that's the thing. Waluigi is like way hypersexualized. They were like, "This is inappropriate."
What's
Yeah,
the
but
next
Queen
step
Bee is
below?
like Queen Bee is thick as hell.
Oh yeah,
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, no, we definitely picked up on a lot of really weird, like, nuanced things. Like, sometimes with star animation, you kind of, like, give, like, a big smack in the ass, and we were like, what's that for? You know, like, you do a little dance with the stars.
Well,
It's just
the
like
stars
Yeah,
seem
lots
like
of nuance there.
I mean, also if you grab onto a ledge and like jump really quickly, Mario yells "Yowie," and that was just like kind of strange.
On every single noise Mario makes is somehow so interesting because it's like the gap between very sexual and like someone is beating him.
What's
I
the
don't-
So very
difference?
sexual.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
I feel like when they were doing the sound design for the game, like, this was a new team doing the development for Galaxy, I think,
Yeah.
because it was like, there was one team who did 64 and Sunshine, and then these were new people. So they were like, okay, we should like homage 64 because that's the one everyone knows and like is going to reference to this game. So every time Mario long jumped or triple jumped, it was the exact same sound effect.
Yeah.
Let's do that again. But in Galaxy 2, they fixed it so there's like 2 or 3 different ones for each time to do that.
Yeah.
2 or 3.
Yeah, you know,
They fixed it.
it's better.
I guess we gotta play Galaxy 2 then.
No,
I also I really enjoyed that Mario Galaxy, inaccuracies it may have to like science.
Which
it's
ones?
very few, but it subscribes to the theory that there is a black hole in the center of every galaxy, and I thought that was an interesting position for Nintendo to make.
It's a little close,
I don't think
though.
I
You know, I mean, like, because
think
the
every
Schwarzschild radius is like 1.5 times the radius of the black hole, right? And you're almost like always in that, so it's kind of like,
That's one of the few scientific.
oh yeah, of
inaccuracies.
course.
You know-
give it a little leeway.
You know what I noticed that was actually really cool though? I noticed this in one of the final galaxies. It was the deep dark galaxy.
Okay, yeah.
If you are so there's like a main planet where most of the level takes place. If you're standing in there, then there's like a normal sky above you, but you can launch off onto like the smaller like subplanets or like moons or whatever. and it actually gets rid of that and will just show you like the
Oh, wow,
stars.
that's
in the
really cool.
background. And that was really nice. I was not
Yeah.
expecting that at all, but it was like a super cool effect.
Yeah, that's a cool feature.
The one thing, okay,
So wait, if it doesn't have an atmosphere, then how is Mario breathing?
He just is.
He does not breathe.
Yeah, you think Mario is human. That's your first mistake.
Have you
Italian.
seen him in New Donk City? He does not look human.
Yeah, but they said that he's human. Don't judge him for how he looks. That's what they said.
Oh, okay, my
Maybe
bad.
they misjudged him.
did anyone
made
else
it.
like really dislike the swimming mechanics?
Yes.
Like
No.
it just felt
I-
so unintuitive.
the mechanics
to
were
me.
fine, but the camera was wonky a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I-
that's
I-
actually
I-
another
Most of the time you
64
swim,
like
you couldn't spin the camera.
old thing. Yeah.
It just felt really intuitive to me. Like when in trying to turn, like I'd have to like push down and to the right to like go up and to the right. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not used to it.
I felt like if the camera was more consistent,
Yeah,
it would be a lot
Yeah.
better. Because like the controls themselves felt fine,
Yeah.
but a lot of the time the camera was just like looking at Mario's asshole or something.
Yeah,
and I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I was like, how am I supposed
Yeah.
to tell where I'm going?
Yeah.
Something they don't tell you is that if you press the C button underwater, it repositions the camera.
Not always.
Okay.
Well, pretty much in anywhere. I don't think you have to be underwater.
Oh, that might be
But
nice.
that's supposedly there's like
But I just
there's-
found that helpful.
there was like the
I-
first few galaxies. There was a lot of like camera movement. You could fix it however you wanted, and then
Yeah.
for some reason, like I think like every galaxy in the second dome, like you just could not. It was just fixed,
Yeah.
and it was like why?
Yeah, that's a weird, like, inconsistent thing that they had to,
Yeah.
like, adapt to the Wiimote because there was only, like, the D-pad, right?
Yeah.
And you can't really do a lot with the D-pad as much as you can with the analog stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I didn't mind the swimming like at all. I didn't think that the camera was too weird there. I had more problems with the camera on land than underwater.
Really?
Like,
See, but at least on
yeah,
land, most of the time you could switch it to kind of suit you.
not all the time though. Not the times
Yeah,
where it
sometimes
was
it just locked
useful.
it.
Um,
Yeah,
Just like,
I
they won't
the
let me
freeze
press it.
flame galaxy, I remember being really annoying
Mm.
for that. That's like sort of later, so I don't know if you got
Yeah.
to that, but
Yeah, I didn't really. There were a couple times where I had some perspective issues on land, but it was much more consistent in water.
It was very pronounced for me on smaller planets. I mean, obviously, like it's changing
Yeah.
more rapidly, but there were a lot where it was, a very small round planet with a lot of enemies that you had to jump on, and it
Yeah.
was like very tough to try and line that up as you were like curling around the planet. I was
Yeah.
like, oh jeez. So that like again, gotta praise the pure number of mechanics and how they actually like smoothly integrated all of them into the gameplay. But it was just kind of like the movement
Yeah.
itself was a little wonky.
Yeah, I do have to say, going from Odyssey to Galaxy, the controls were definitely not nearly as tight.
Yeah.
Yeah. It felt like Mario was really heavy and slower. A little
Yeah.
Yeah,
bit.
I get that.
Yeah.
Like it was much slower after you landed a jump. It was
Well, he
much
lost weight.
slower to like jump again, which was
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
in Odyssey that you could do like immediately.
Right.
Yeah, I've never played Odyssey, but just from looking at gameplay, it seems like pretty much all of the cooldowns are a lot less pronounced.
They are.
Whereas like every single action in
Yeah, I kept
Galaxy
trying to
is
do
really
a long jump into a triple jump in Galaxy, and it just wasn't working.
yeah.
Yeah.
Too
I-
ambitious there.
I think it's like that's why they were allowed in Odyssey to get away with a lot more like intricate platforming challenges. Just because like the movements were definitely crisper.
Yeah, that's kind of more what Galaxy 2 is, though. It's like kind of more gauntlet stuff than like planets.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So like I feel like they were just kind of introducing stuff in this game, and then they were like, all right, let's make the next game crazy.
Yeah.
A game and a
Yeah.
I know I played 2, but it's been again so long, so I do not remember a lot of it.
Yeah, I haven't played it in that long, but I keep hearing people say like how much like that's a lot better than Galaxy, and that's almost tough to believe considering how good it was.
What's the
I-
smallest planet you guys have encountered in Galaxy?
Well, in the Deep Dark Galaxy, there's a section where there's one mini planet you go on, and then it's like fair size. You know, it's pretty small. But
Yeah.
it's a planet. And then you like
No, Pluto.
you essentially like unscrew like a cork out of it,
Oh,
and the
yeah.
whole thing starts deflating, and it's a really cool effect as it just gets smaller.
That's funny.
And then eventually it disappears, but it gets to be pretty small.
Yeah, at one point it must be pretty
Small.
yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks,
it's
Connor.
small. That's what I said.
Insightful for sure.
Did you guys do the storybook? Did you see
I
Rosalina's
started
story?
I
Yeah,
forgot about that.
Very little.
I started it, but I wasn't far enough in to get most of it.
That's sad. I really enjoyed the story, but in general, just like the whole story of Rosalina is kind of
Yeah.
like it's sad but
Yeah.
cool.
I remember doing it when I was younger.
Yeah.
And just like it's so cool that like this is one of the very few Mario games that has like a story. It's like
I mean, just like
Mario Kart doesn't have a story to you.
like no
as
Mario
much of a story as
character.
Fast and the Furious.
No Mario character has as fleshed out of a backstory as Rosalina. You know, like she just actually has a little
Except
thing.
Pink Gold Baby
And I-
Peach.
Yes, of course. And I don't know, I really liked that just because like it didn't need to be anything complicated or anything that like actually affected the main like game, but it was just something on the side for people who wanted to see it, and like it was nice.
I remember enjoying it a lot as a kid, but I just entirely forgot about it.
See, I didn't have the luxury of having Mario games as a kid. I had Mario Kart, and that was it. So the first time I encountered any sort of other Mario game was 2017.
boy.
So I had no like childhood memories linked to any of this. It was just all like freshman year. So like, I really liked them then, and I like them now.
Which
But I
Mario
have
game
no
was your
childhood
first?
memories.
What was your first Mario game? Who was your first Mario?
Kart,
No, besides Kart.
Galaxy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So it was it was a nice callback, but not nearly as much of a callback as like my childhood.
What's
So,
this?
like,
Hey, it's that guy from Mario Kart. How do you get in there?
What system did you have Mario Kart on? What version? Okay.
Classic.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
But, like,
Was it though?
Get outta here.
DS was better.
Okay.
DS was
Okay,
better.
well,
I'm just
DS,
saying.
yeah, no, I had the DS one first.
Mario Kart Wii, I don't like playing very much, but for some reason it has like the most complex meta of any Mario Kart
The
game.
wheels,
it's
though.
absurd.
Like it has Funky Kong. Think of another Mario Kart game that has Funky Kong.
You can't.
I think Tor does, but that one doesn't really count.
That's not a real
Nobody
Mario
plays
Kart
that.
game.
No.
I remember like at my cousin's house, they always they had like played it a lot and unlocked like most of the characters. No, Mario Kart Wii, and they
Okay.
unlocked like most of the characters. And I'd always go over their house. I'm like, oh my god! Like I would be like, their roster was like legendary. I'm like, you guys are insane. Like I go back to my roster and like I just have like the me guy unlocked.
No, my Mario
sounds like
Kart
you were
was
just
pretty
a
much
loser.
packed.
Probably.
You were always a loser.
I mean I got the highest rank in like 50, 100, and 150 cc. Maybe mirror. No, I didn't get up to mirror, but
Mirror's a dumb mode.
It's
I like
Mirror's
weird.
pretty stupid.
I like it because I have all the maps memorized, so it's
Yeah.
like challenging, I guess, but it's not really.
but
that
then I
challenging.
played solely Mirror Cup for a long time as a kid, and then I memorized those too.
Yeah.
I remember like finishing Mario Kart 8. Like I got 3 stars on all of the cups, and then they added DLC, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it for these two. They
You're like,
added
now do
two.
all of them as Luigi.
They added 200cc, and I'm like, okay, this is really fun and really cool and everything, but like I don't want to put all the effort into finishing all these.
Yeah.
200cc is absurd.
Yeah, but the
It's great, I
DLC
love
for
it.
Mario Kart 8 was really good.
That was like,
Besides the Mercedes-Benz DLC. The real DLC.
Yeah.
I honestly like Mario Kart 8's DLC is some of the best like value for a DLC that you can get, because it basically
Wasn't it
It
like
had
$8 for one and $12 for both or something like that?
I think so. I think it was $12 for both.
Yeah,
I'm not
Okay.
sure
it
how much
was
for
it was 16 tracks, right? 4 cups.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it was
Yeah.
essentially
And
like
plus
they
characters.
Right.
like you were getting half of the content or like the cups of the original game added in again
For $12.
for $12.
Plus they added like Link and Villager, which were the first non-Mario reps like in any Mario
Well, and
Kart game.
Tanuki Mario, you can't discount that. It's Mario, but he's wearing a Tanuki suit.
And Cat Peach.
Don't talk
I
about
honestly
Cat Peach.
wish I was making this up.
For some
Man.
reason, I never really thought about Link being in Mario Kart as being strange. It just kind of was.
Why is Dr. Mario not in Mario Kart? Now that I think about it, what
Because they needed room for Pink Gold Peach.
They're gonna put in Metal Mario, Tanuki Mario,
Does Dr.
and
Mario
Baby
have a-
No, like,
Mario.
yeah. He's probably off on the sidelines in case anyone get hurt. You know, like he's not.
He's working the old 9 to 5.
He doesn't have time for your silly cart.
He looks down on like Mario as like a brother who never really like got things figured out. Always like living through his childhood.
He still goes to Smash Brothers.
Oh, Mario!
That's because he wants to beat the shit out of Mario.
What are you gonna get out of your karting?
Is
game?
it, wait,
It's been
so
freeloaded
is
for
Doctor
too long.
is Dr. Mario Mario's brother, and his parents named him Dr. Mario?
Well, there are 2 Luigis according to Super
That's
Luigi
true.
Galaxy, which is
Yeah.
what they call the alternate mode in Mario Galaxy.
Super Luigi Galaxy.
I mean, there's also a Dr. Luigi.
There is a Dr.
Super
Luigi.
Dr.
Is there?
Luigi.
Yeah,
There's
they got a
a-
spin-off game.
There's
while
a
ago.
Dr. Garfield.
No, and nowadays there's a doctor pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
Like legit. There's,
Everyone's
there's
a doctor these days.
Doctor-
Dr. Peach?
No, there's Dr. Baby Mario. He is a literal
giving
baby.
degrees
You,
on
He
you
is
say
an
that, you say
infant.
that, but I think I'm less comfortable with Dr. Wario than with Dr. Baby Mario. I
Look,
think
best,
Dr. Wario
best
is
of
gonna-
both worlds, there is a Dr. Baby Wario.
Are you kidding?
I'm serious. I'm 100% serious right now.
They're rushing them through for COVID, so we can just.
Super pink gold dry baby Dr. Mario Galaxy.
Featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
And
You know what I don't understand?
No.
So, I'll tell you. Let me explain. So there are a few levels where Luigi gets stuck and needs you to come rescue him, right? But when you come rescue him, you just like go up to Luigi and he says,
Yeah,
"Look,
yeah.
I found this star," and then you go back to the observatory. Why couldn't Luigi just get there on his own?
Well, Mario's the only one powerful enough to slap the ass of a power star hard enough to get back to the observatory. That's why he
I
needs.
think Luigi's strong enough. He's just kind of like too considerate.
He's too timid.
Luigi is just,
He just
too much of a
wouldn't
nice
slap
guy.
ass
Unless you play Super Luigi Galaxy, in
He
which
slaps
Luigi
that hard.
becomes
He's a
he
total
slaps all
Chad.
the
Yeah,
ass.
he's a totally different
Well, because
person.
it's his galaxy, bro.
When it's your galaxy, you can
You
slap
can
all the
no,
I don't know.
Luigi on it.
Honestly, galaxies in Mario Galaxy are pretty underwhelming. They're just like they're single levels, you know.
Yeah.
Like anybody can own a galaxy. They're just
It's,
letting them in.
it's like an island in real life.
I was thinking
pretty
they'd call
much.
like the dome maps galaxies. I didn't really remember what
It
they
was.
did,
It
but, like,
seems somewhat strange what they consider a galaxy to be.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like.
Is that the other science?
Basically, it
accuracy?
seems like you can just substitute solar system, except it's black holes. So I don't really, you know.
It does. There's no real logic
Yeah,
to it except
yeah.
for the fact that there are black holes at the center sometimes.
we
Also,
should
in
orbit
Ga-
a black hole.
Also in Galaxy 2. We
do.
Also in Galaxy 2,
No.
they're called worlds still. Like instead of domes, they're called worlds again. So you have a
Worlds.
bunch of galaxies in a world.
Of course.
Yeah.
How else would you do it?
That's the opposite of what they should have done.
Yeah.
I mean, frankly, I don't even understand the concept of like. So the whole point of the game is you need 60 power stars for the observatory to
Yeah.
be strong enough to start flying around like a spaceship.
Yeah.
But they can send Mario to all these other galaxies.
Well, no,
Why
you-
can't they just send him to Bowser's castle? They really can't do that? They
I think
couldn't have done that
Rosalina-
from the beginning?
She's just using this as an excuse for someone to go get the stars.
I thought
She's-
it's like
she
they
needs
needed
Coke
more
money.
star power to be able to launch him that far.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think.
Well, no,
But
they
but-
say you need to use it as a spaceship to travel to the center of the universe.
Yeah, and also you're trying to get to the center of the universe. So if your adventures are taking you all over the universe, then clearly
Oh,
you can
yeah,
get to the
okay.
center.
Well, it might be. I don't know. Like, there's no like actual scientific basis. So it might just be like the center of the universe has some, preventative force.
There's a big
that-
wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
You just need this
Mario
big Bowser wall.
Mario can fly anywhere else but Bowser's castle because
Yeah.
the writers said so.
I think.
Well, I don't believe
I think
that.
Rosalina
I think it's
is in
bullshit.
cahoots with Miyamoto, and because like Mario obviously wants to get to the center of the universe, but Rosalina's like, oh man, my man Miyamoto wants the game to last 60 stars at least. So they have to send him all around the galaxy on a wild goose chase before they can get him
To
there.
be fair, Mario's already doing so much for one blonde girl. Is it that unreasonable that he sees another
Holy
blonde girl?
shit! He's like a
And then
galactic
he's
level
like-
simp.
Galactic
I mean, he gets
level
5
simp. That's what they called me in high school.
he gets
Super Sim Galaxy.
he gets 5 1-ups every time she sends him a letter. So that's like
Why is Bowser letting her
Oh
send
my God, it's
mail
like-
from prison?
It's like Mario barely.
well, I
answers
mean,
questions.
he's a kidnapper, but he's not a monster.
He is a monster. He's literally a monster.
What makes you say that? The way he looks?
Yes.
I really like the theory that Peach and Bowser are in love, and every single time Bowser comes to get her, she's like, "All right, bye," and then like Mario's
It's like
no,
Persephone.
wait.
Mario.
But why
goes
why
from,
would
like-
she keep up that lie? Why wouldn't she just marry him
I don't think
in
she's
Odyssey?
lying.
Well,
It's
they-
a matter of politics.
feel-
Like,
they
Mushroom-
feel-
Mushroom Kingdom. You gotta.
He's a
No.
giant turtle. I don't think she's allowed to marry him.
He goes from like his regular world that he's lived on for years, all of a sudden, absolutely like lifted out of the ground to outer space on like some spaceship, and then he's like, "Oh, there's a blonde girl. It's all good. No questions asked. Yeah, I'll get stars for
He's
you."
like, piece of ass.
Well, he saw that Rosalina was the most complex character in Mario. It's like, well, she can't be evil. That wouldn't make any sense. She goes partying with us every weekend.
Why would the writers put so much effort into her if she's just a villain?
That would have been quite the plot twist.
She's
Actually, that would have been
tomorrow.
That
She's
would've
actually,
completed
like-
it for me.
She and Peach are actually dating, and she's like trying to use Mario to get to Peach, and then it's like
the actual ending of
I
this
think
game.
Peach is just dating
In
everyone.
Koopa, in Bowser, they call him King Koopa, but he's more like a gimp. He's just like kind of there in the background.
The actual ending of this game is super weird, though. Like, who has actually seen the ending cutscene? I know
I have
people
not.
do.
I definitely
I've seen it,
have,
yeah.
but
maybe
I'll remember it when you say it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so
Spoilers.
defeat. Yeah, spoiler alert. Obviously,
I'm warning
we're
the
always
people.
we're always spoiling.
We're
That's
talking
what we
about the
do.
game.
We don't need to put a specific spoiler.
We have an hour of the title screen.
So you defeat Bowser, obviously, right? Get
way.
Peach. You're going back to like the observatory or whatever, and then like a black hole forms for some reason, or it's gonna like destroy everything. A bunch of the Lumas fly into it and create like a giant supernova, which apparently recreates the entire universe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm so confused by what happened here. But then that's what it seems like.
It's weird because giant Rosalina shows up and is like, "I'm going to explain to you what just happened, Mario," as you float there for a few seconds, and then I guess that's a good enough explanation.
And then you show up back in the Mushroom Kingdom, and everything's like everyone's there pretty much. Bowser's there too, so he's probably just gonna kidnap Peach immediately.
Yeah, everything just kind of like mishmashed together. You see a bunch of pieces of galaxies that were like from earlier levels and stuff, like in one big area.
Yeah, and I guess everything's just been like sort of reset.
Yeah, the
Leading
cosmic
directly
blend
into
This is just a
Super
time-
Mario Galaxy 2,
Bruh.
where the same exact thing as the first game happens, except without Rosalina.
Well, it's because
don't
she
want
reset the universe.
Yeah,
so
yeah, I'm thinking
so
with-
the events have to happen again.
With Mario
Yeah.
and its penchant for parallel universes, of course, like it must be like Super Luigi Galaxy must take place in the new universe, so that's like the new Big Bang, and after like 13.8 billion years, Luigi's just like, all right.
Is Luigi 13.8 billion years old?
No,
Is he like an elder god of
I
the
think,
Mario
I think
universe?
he's just the Luigi
Yes.
of that universe. You know what I mean?
Okay,
So that's why there are
okay.
two Luigis, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Is that we're playing as
Yeah.
the Luigi from the original universe, but there's
Exactly.
also a Luigi in this new universe.
Yeah, because there can't be more than one person that looks the same in a universe. Luigi's just wrong. there.
It just wouldn't make sense. What are the odds that they're also wearing the L and they're called Luigi and like it doesn't make any sense.
It's pretty common.
I mean a ton of guys who wear green shirts and blue overalls and are named Luigi. It only really happens in Halloween though, so I'm not really sure what the deal is there.
That's when they come out.
That's when the Luigi world gets close to our world. We start crossing over between the
They get one night a year.
two. There's a whole universe of just Luigi.
Yeah, they just need to stash up on candy for their world.
Oh my god, I want to live in that universe.
The Irish thought it was fairies, but it was just like a little tiny Luigi.
Yahoo!
Okay.
That wasn't bad. That
I
wasn't
like that.
Mine was terrible, but
Yahoo.
Why not just let us play as Luigi when we rescue Luigi, from like then on. Like, oh, if you want to switch to Luigi, just go ahead, you don't have to beat the game or anything. Just
I
be
prefer
Luigi.
Because
Well, then
Luigi
do I
has
have
to
the
get lost
game
in other
for you?
galaxies.
Only 3. I thought it would be more than that. It was
Wait,
only
it's
3.
only 3?
Yeah.
3, yeah.
Why is he so stupid? Why does he get lost all the time?
well, he doesn't have his doctorate degree yet. I think that's really
Yeah, but neither does
No,
Mario.
He does. He's Dr. Luigi. Dr. Luigi's a thing.
Yeah,
Does
but
the doctorate
this
make you
isn't
smart,
Dr.
Connor?
Luigi. This is spacefaring Luigi.
Maybe not. But I feel like there's probably like a avoid being kidnapped 101 and
Oh yeah,
in
of course.
Dr.
Every medical school
of
goes.
course,
over
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh, I took that class in the first semester.
Yeah.
Also, there's 3 green stars for the trial galaxies, and 3 times where you had to find Luigi in levels. It would make sense that if you had to get those stars from Luigi, they'd be the 3 green ones. But only one of them is green. He's like,
Yeah.
hey, I found this star. Tell Rosalina I found it. And
then you don't.
And it's the green one. It's like, okay, now this one's green, and there's 2 other green ones?
Aren't the hidden stars also green?
There's There's only 2 that are green, apart from the one that you find with Luigi. And yes, they are hidden stars, but there's also more hidden stars that aren't green.
Yeah.
Okay, because I found a green hidden star. That's the only one I found.
Yeah, it was in
And
like
the
the
Bowie
desert
Base
one,
Galaxy.
and Boy Base Galaxy, and then the one in the Battle Rock, maybe? I don't remember. It was another one.
Yeah.
Bowie Base. I hate swimming.
It was fun. I liked that one.
I like the music
it was
in
so
that
cool.
one.
That was a good one. I really like that one.
I did Bowie Base for like 3 minutes, found the hidden star at the bottom of the world, and then I
Yeah.
unlocked a new galaxy and I moved on.
I love the mechanic of getting bullet bills to chase you and then blow something else
Yeah.
up. It's like, haha, you idiot! I made you blow up something that helps me.
But while swimming,
That actually wasn't bad in the swimming one. Also,
I
like,
just don't like swimming.
I think the Mega Leg one at the beginning of the game, I don't know why, but that one was harder for me. Like whenever I would blow up one of the outside gates, I would okay, I'm gonna go get a bullet bill, and then I'd come back and it was closed again.
Wait, you
Really?
blew up the outside gates?
Yeah.
I just turned around, did the high flip, and then led the bullet bill over the gate.
I tried to do that, but they didn't go over the gate. They just blew up the gate.
Oh.
Some of mine
I
go
wrote
over
down
the game,
as a
some of mine
note,
didn't.
Mega Leg is a cool idea, but too easy. Because I was like, I liked the concept of Mega Leg being a giant robot you gotta
Yeah.
fight. You know,
Yeah,
it's like,
that's
oh
like
man,
bigger
you're
than the
like
planet you're on.
you're like going up the robot. That's so cool. But
Yeah.
then it was like 2 seconds. And I'm like,
Yeah.
The harder and more time-consuming thing for me is that I have to get every single thing in the game presented. Like, I have to get all the star bits and I have to get all the coins.
All the star bits?
Yes.
What?
I don't know what's wrong with me, but that's what I have to do. So the more time-consuming thing was getting bullet bills from the bottom of that guy down to the bottom of the planet so that I could get the star bits.
Gee,
That took
Cool.
so
It was
long.
there's a part in I think it's somewhere in Space Junk, or no, it's in again the one
Slingshot
with the
Galaxy.
slings, the
Is the
spider
slingshot.
ones, I don't know, and so at one of the checkpoints that you spawn, right behind you is like an almost endless, like it's like somewhere between like 60 and 80 star bits. And so every time we respawned, we would just sit there and collect like all of them, and
That
it was
was
like kind
one
of
of
a
the-
slow.
Every single
That wasn't
time?
Oh, was it one of the?
It was one of the standalones.
Okay, yeah. On her, but we got so many one-ups, it was crazy.
yeah. And then when you reset the game, they just all
They
disappear.
just disappear, yeah.
Cool.
I mean,
Crazy.
handy for the hungry Lumas.
yeah.
The demanding 1,200 star bits. Like,
Yeah.
you must be really hungry.
I felt like whenever I got to a Hungry Luma, I always had enough
Yeah.
to give them.
Yeah.
I
They were
always
like,
had
oh.
enough.
I
Yeah,
only
they-
fed
they
like
were-
4 though.
There was only one that I didn't have enough for, and that was like a Luma shop one, so I didn't care.
Well, the overworld Hungry Lumas that made like the new
Yeah.
galaxies, I always had enough for.
Yeah, me too.
Some of the secret ones that would just like create a new planet or whatever, I did not always, but then I would just go back
Yeah.
and get some.
I never missed out on any of the secret Hungry Lumas when I got to them. I
Yeah.
always had enough at that point.
I think the one that I remember first comes to mind, like the one of the in Galaxy Hungry Lumas was the one on the surf track, like what is it? I don't remember what it's called, but like the original time you go through, not the trial galaxy. There was like one on one of the stone like outcroppings, and I didn't have the 50 star bits, and then I like kept dying, and I kept collecting more star bits, and then I eventually had enough.
Yeah.
For like the manta surfing or
No, not the Manta. No, sorry, it was the jet one and under the water.
Oh yeah.
I got them confused.
The
That's
one
fair.
thing I'll
They're
pull you guys
similar.
on. I think the game does a really good job, especially in the earlier galaxies, of if you have to do a certain mechanic, like use the bullet bills to blow up a cage or something like that, they'll have you do a minor thing first to demonstrate, the
Yeah.
actual ability, and then apply it. And sometimes those made me feel really stupid because I would like immediately, goldfish memory, just forget what I had just done and be like, oh, how do I do this?
Several times.
But yeah, but some of the bosses felt kind of like they weren't difficult, but just like figuring out the actual mechanic to finish it off would be sometimes weird. Like the top one, the spinning top, like I don't remember the name of the galaxy. But
I know what you mean, but I don't.
Yeah, that was Battle Rock.
The Topman tribe.
Was it,
Yeah.
I still do not know what actually beats him because I think it was
You
just a
ground
jump
pound on
spin. Is it a ground pound?
Yeah.
I
You
tried to
hit
say-
him. No, you hit him into the electrified
Yeah,
fence.
so you have to jump on him once and then he'll stop.
Yeah.
Normally he has spikes around him, but
Yeah.
they'll go in and then you spin him into the electric field.
Yeah.
Which,
so, like, I
which
got
they
it,
do
you know?
plenty of times.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So I was like, I was
Battle
used to it,
Rock.
and I was like, oh, I'll try just like doing a spin, or I'll try jumping out of again. And for some reason, it took me a really long time to actually get it, because sometimes the spin wouldn't work, and I'm like, well, it must
What
not
would
be
be
a
better
spin.
is that you wouldn't know what you were doing, and it would work, and you'd be like, well, now what? I didn't know what that
Yeah,
means.
yeah.
Connor, I'm sorry, that's just
Yeah, I gotta say, I don't think that's a
Yeah.
game design thing. I think you just forgot that they did that.
They were designing this game for literal children. Like, I think this is easy enough. You know, I think they'll be able to do it. They did not account
I
for
wasn't paying
Connor.
attention.
See, I kept getting confused watching you do that, because I also, from your movements, didn't know what you were doing to miss that.
Do any of us know what he was doing?
I mean, he clearly
He was
wasn't
doing
doing.
his best.
Was he really though? Because he wasn't doing the right thing.
It was his best. It just
There was a
good.
galaxy called the Big Mouth Galaxy, and I just found that really funny. I'm sorry.
Throw that at the end.
That was
Yeah.
I don't think I ever did that one.
No, it was
Same.
I mean, it wasn't too late.
I
I think it's
unlocked
like
it, I just never did
It
it.
was
Yeah,
the
I think it's
Benjamin
like-
Button one.
I was gonna say that. Yeah. How do you remember this shit?
Oh, yeah,
I did that like the other day. That's why.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
no, I did that one. That was the one. That one had swimming, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
It
I
had a
remember
big mouth.
Getting frustrated at
Know
that.
that.
It was a galaxy.
Spending way too long on the swimming part because I'm bad at swimming.
It had a lot of jellyfish.
Well, I was on the swim team.
Okay, well, real life is a different story. I should specify.
Okay, this is pretty much the last thing I want to say, right? The first boss that you fight is Dino Piranha.
Yes.
Mario is such a dick.
Yes.
I don't know how they can possibly justify him. So he he uses a launch star, right? Launches into the egg
Yeah.
of Dino Piranha. It is not a baby at this point. It is a fetus. It is still.
It is somewhat cracked. It's like a little bit, isn't it?
No.
Yeah, no,
I'm not sure.
He cracked
it's
it.
No, yeah, because on the
it's
bottom
like-
it was on the
Yeah.
bottom. I think it was open.
can
Wait,
But
are you sure?
Okay.
I don't
Yeah,
think so.
no,
I think
you
it was
can-
intact when you first hit
No,
it.
Yeah, I'm
you
pretty
see,
sure.
You see his,
oh well, no,
his
yeah, I'm
feet-
thinking of the second time I went around to play it.
No, I'm pretty sure you see his feet and his little tail, and then you smack into the egg and it cracks because you smack into the top of the egg, and then he gets really mad at you and he just.
My
rips it
point
off.
Rightfully
is
so.
that Mario disturbed this giant Dino Piranha baby and
In
then
any stage.
totally acts like he's in the right to just kill it when it tries to kill him, you know? Like, Mario, maybe just leave this one alone, you know? We don't want to upset anybody here.
Hey,
And
but
you
he
know
got
what?
a power star.
You know what? You do it again. There's a fiery Dino Piranha
Yeah.
at the very end of the game that you get to fight. So that's cool. It made me feel like shit twice. And if you play as Luigi, you get to do both of those. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's nice.
And there's another one where you fight. There's a speedster comment where you fight not PD Piranha, Dino Piranha again.
Oh, that's true.
So
yeah.
you beat the shit out of that thing multiple times.
Yeah.
Like Mario just keeps coming back for more killing babies.
It just never ends.
Is Mario Christian?
Definitely not.
He's Italian, actually.
Yeah, no, I'm looking it up right now. The egg is fully intact when you hit it. So
Yeah.
it would have been either like a late term abortion or just a premature birth. And this is just really the ethics of this are
Like I wonder where the mother piranha is. Why is the baby piranha just on this tiny planet all alone? I'm not blaming the mother for Mario killing the baby, just to let you
She was
know.
out.
Yeah, well, to the same effect. Like, imagine there's a nest with eggs in it, and the mother is out, and you're like, I can't believe an irresponsible mother leaving her eggs here. I
And
assume.
then you kill them.
And then
Yeah.
you cook them up for a
Like, well, there's
meal.
nothing left for me to do.
Bro, they're just hatching though.
No, but he
But
doesn't.
dude, there's a power star in there.
he doesn't.
I gotta get it.
He doesn't even eat Dino Piranha though. He just kills it for sport.
It just disappears in a cloud of smoke, and there's a power star right there.
So, any more concluding thoughts on Mario Galaxy? Any review? Anything you want to say to the folks over at home?
Absolutely not.
Well, I thought it was fun. I liked it.
I have a quick anecdote though, just a fun little thing. So,
Alright.
yeah, there was this one star in Gusty Garden Galaxy, the third one, Gravity Scramble, right? And it was pretty simple, right? You just go through like a bunch of small planets like you did in the first 2 stars, and at the end, there was like a bunch of big blocks, and you had to switch an arrow by spinning into it, and that changes the gravity. You know, like instead of going like standing on a surface, you go sideways, and it's like, okay, now I'm on this platform going sideways, and I have to find the arrow to go and change gravity again and get to the star. It's like a really small section just at the end of the level, you know? And I'm like, can I beat this section without switching gravity at all?
Oh my god.
Classic Tim moment.
And it turns out you can.
Wow.
You have to. In Battle Rock Galaxy, you know, like the section, it's the first star where there's a bunch of like stuff shooting at you, like cannonballs. You can jump on top of them, and then if you long jump off of a platform in the Gusty Garden Star and bounce off of it, you can get to the section where you're supposed to go on the sideways gravity, but you're on regular gravity. So it's a giant tower instead of like, I don't know, just like a section of platform. You can scale the entire thing and just long jump to the star. It's ridiculous.
That's awesome.
Insane.
I just love how free the game is. You can go anywhere.
It was $60.
I would love
Were Wii games $60? I thought they were like $50 on release.
I don't know, 50 or 60.
No, it's not much better.
It's worth 60.
Either way,
Yeah,
it's just really
I'd pay
cool,
60.
You know?
I paid $28 for Mario Galaxy 2 on the Wii U eShop because that's how much it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
You really swindled them.
I know. All right, so it looks like it's about time to go to next week's topic. I'm not sure how many suggestions we got here because Kevin is non-existent as far as I know. You got a suggestion, Kevin?
Can we do another game?
No.
No games.
All right.
All right. Well, we got 3. I don't know if we can. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So I was planning on suggesting Batman: The Dark Knight, the movie.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good movie. Yeah.
It's a Batman movie. I don't think there's much else that needs to say about it. It's arguably the best one, and it is the best one. I mean, that's what I think.
Yeah.
But it's true.
All right.
Tim?
All right. So my suggestion is Diary of a Wimpy Kid and Diary of a Wimpy Kid: Roderick Rules as a duology.
The books?
The
Okay.
books.
Okay. That's a good...
I'm interested.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And I'm going to suggest The Grand Budapest Hotel, Wes Anderson.
Can we get like a general description for that? I don't know what it's about.
You probably can, but I can't give it to you. I don't know. I just know it's Wes Anderson. If you've seen his other movies, it's like that. Have you seen Fantastic Mr. Fox?
No.
Okay. Well,
I've
it's
seen
kind of like that.
Moonrise Kingdom.
Well, it's probably
yeah.
that.
I wasn't a huge fan, honestly. It was alright. I
Well,
watched it as a
it's
kid,
probably
though,
better
so.
than that then.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so we will go through the 3 of those, and the 6 of us will vote on what we are fine with watching or reading in the case of Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Okay, so put your hands up and say aye for The Dark Knight. Except not me.
Aye.
because you just-
Aye.
Okay, so that's 5 people right there.
We got
so
4 eyes and a
pretty
yeah.
much- I'm counting that as a yes. So
What about an eye?
everyone we could. Okay, and then for Diary of a Wimpy Kid and Roderick Rules,
Aye. That's
Okay,
4.
so that's 4. Kelsey's not a fan, apparently.
I'm telling Jeff Kinney.
And Grand Budapest Hotel.
Aye.
Aye.
So you don't get to vote. You're not here. So that's another 5. So
Oh,
now
jeez.
we'll just vote between the 2 of Dark Knight and Grand Budapest Hotel. So you only get 1 vote.
Oh, wait, let me think about this for a second.
No.
Okay.
Sorry, Will.
Okay, so Dark Knight,
Oh.
just 1. Okay, and Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so Grand Budapest Hotel it is. That's
Alright.
exciting.
Yeah.
So we will do that next week.
All right.
And that will hopefully be interesting. I have no idea. I don't even know the premise. It just sounded, like...
Neither do I.
It's a
Going in
mystery for
blind.
everyone.
I've heard it's a good movie.
Is it a mystery movie?
I don't know.
Well,
don't
at
think
this point
so.
it is.
Okay.
Because it's a mystery to us.
I think we're gonna go
That's
wrong.
really
Grand
what's important.
Budapest and hotel. That's
Well, I mean, hotel, that tells me there's a
There is a
hotel
bellhop character.
nearby.
I know that.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
We're unlocking
All right.
stuff.
I'm interested.
Save it for the podcast, guys.
Never mind. Yeah.
Can we talk about it? We're on the podcast.
This is the Mario Galaxy podcast.
Mario
I
is not
don't-
in the movie.
This is a cubic inch of sound.
Wait, so why are we watching it? Marion's not in it.
There's no
Luigi?
galaxy?
Question mark.
So before I go, remember that you can send in suggestions if you have them to acubicinchofsound@gmail.com. And I think that's all that needs to be said. Right?
Yeah.
Is there anything else? Cool.